not here because we want to be. We here because we have to be. Aaron, what happened, bro?
This is the worst basketball game I've ever seen in my life. The worst loss I've ever seen in my life. They said this is only the second time in NBA history that a team blew a 30-point lead in the second half. History of the
How
whole
do you?
NBA.
Who is this an indictment on?
So it's a number of things. They don't have a point guard. And I know y'all got frustrated with me in the beginning of the year when the team was winning. The Dinwiddie signing was a failure. It was a swing and a whiff. Put the box score up. You got to put the box score up. You cannot have your starting point guard playing 34 minutes, giving you 5 points, 3 turnovers, 4 assists, and 6 rebounds. At 38 years old, if you give me 34 minutes in an NBA game, I'll give you more than 5 points. I bet the house, all the cars, everything on that. Like, that's not an NBA starter's minutes. That's not somebody that's getting $20 million a year. Y'all wanted Wall off the roster, right? Y'all wanted a different option. Y'all wanted the ball to move around, right? You got all these
For
players
the
with double-digit
first
minutes.
half, dog, the Bamas had 60 in the first half. They had over 60 points in the
Go ahead.
first half. How did they give up 80 points in the second half, dog? Unbelievable.
You couldn't pick any of these players that scored over 20 out of a lineup on the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is out. Paul George is out.
Dog, they played all backups, dog. Their backups played for much of this game. It was primarily the backups. They played the starters like maybe the first half or into the third quarter. It was all backups. Man was out there. Harrison was playing center. Harrison had 26 minutes. Luke Kennard had 30
Kennard
minutes.
was giving Dinwiddie the business.
Beat Boston
In the fourth
Jr.
quarter.
I don't even know who that Bama is, dog. 20
You can
minutes.
walk right now. You would never.
I wouldn't even know. Dog, and then Coffee and Man, and then the starters, Zubac only played 12 minutes. Reggie Jackson only played 16. Batum, they thought it was over. They conceded.
It should have been over. It should have been over. It should be impossible to blow a lead of 35. It should be impossible. If Scott Brooks would have done this, Bama's would have been blowing their top, though. If Scott Brooks would have allowed this to happen, Bama's would have been kirking right now. Talking about fire Scott Brooks.
Dog, Wes Unseld Jr., bro, this is a stain. This is a bad stain. Because there are things, and you know me, I'm lenient, I'm glass half full type Bama all the time. I'm always smiling, everything good to go. But this goes into the category of unacceptable. Stuff that goes into unacceptable category, I can't endorse at all. And this goes into that category. Right now, something has to happen. Something has to happen. We need a trade right now that has to happen. Because this is unacceptable.
That's the biggest problem. The trade deadline is looming. And what it looks like to me, I don't know if Wes Unseld Jr. is coaching the team or if Tommy Shepard is coaching the team. But it seems like they're trying to get guys they're trying to feature to get traded. The minutes are inconsistent. You know basketball is a rhythm sport. You can't give Bama's 11 minutes and then give another Bama at his same position. It's not Pee Wee League. You can't coach like that. So what I'm trying to figure out is Tommy Shepard saying, hey, don't play this guy. We're gonna play this guy. We need to get this guy some minutes. It's ridiculous. And they didn't play any of the backup point guards this game. They got a bunch of power forwards and fake centers that they roll out there. It's no fluidity in the lineup. It's no consistency, no rhythm, no tempo. They don't have a point guard. They can't get the ball in bounds or across half court. It's disgusting.
Dog.
It's unwatchable. I was just on the phone with the Bama about the tickets. I'm blocking them, Harold. I'm blocking the Bama. I'm not returning no more calls about season tickets. I cannot watch this. It's unwatchable.
Dog, Daniel Gafford came out the gates smoking. He had like 4 dunks in the first 5 minutes of the game. Bam was getting blocked shots, rebounds. He did pick up 2 fouls. But overall, he was frying. Guess how many minutes he played, Aaron, for the game?
How many?
Take a wild guess.
25.
Dog, if I showed you the first 4 minutes of the game and how he was playing, he should have had no less than 28 minutes. This guy had a grand total 12 minutes. He had 12 points, 2 blocks, and 3 rebounds in 12 minutes. To me, there isn't any excuse that could be rolled out that could make me be okay with this loss. This is a historically bad loss.
If the football team was coaching the game based on future roster movements, the fan base would be irate and say the owner and the GM are meddling. This is toxic culture. You cannot coach that way. You cannot play that way. You can't.
Thomas Bryant had 15 minutes. Thomas Bryant is the backup power forward because he's not a true center. Had more minutes than Daniel Gafford. Now, say what you want. I don't even care. You say, oh, they had the game in hand and, it was a blowout or whatever in the first half. And so, we try to get guys in and enter what. Like, don't tell me that when you have a whole quarter where you continue to play these backup Bammers. They scored 40 in the third quarter, Aaron, and we scored 27. That's when you say, hey, we're not doing this, we're not touching and going with these Bammers. We're going to put in our starters, and we're going to rock out and finish the game. And you finished the game. That's not what happened. You had Kispert out there. You had Denny Avdia out there. Unfortunately, these guys are plug and play. They're not main guys that you can leave. Hashimura, like,
this is what else
there's no cohesiveness.
Go look at how many shots Bradley Beal had for the game. Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Let's go. Let's look at this.
Like, everybody was begging. We want to play share the ball, move it around. Everybody gets touches. This is what happened.
15 field goals. He played 40 minutes, had 23 points, 6 assists, 9 rebounds. Kuzma had 14 shots.
No. Look at where's Dimwit? 2 for 20% though. 1 for 7 from 3.
20% from the field. And he had open looks. 34
minutes. Like, at some point, they got to pull the plug on this, though. It's not working. Defensively or offensively. Because he's getting cooked on defense.
Yeah, after tonight, it's done. It's solidified in my mind. You have to do something. You have to do something. I don't know what time he's going to do. I know they're talking about Sabonis, who's an option. I would love to have on this roster and on this team. He cannot play point guard. We need a point guard, dog. Dinwiddie got to go. I mean, knee healthy or not healthy, trust me, it's not even up to me to make the decision. I'm just saying he's not producing.
He's hurting.
It's that simple. He's not producing. He can have a blowout haircut like he from the 70s show, whatever. He's not producing. A couple games ago, Go ahead.
Even if you're having a bad offensive game, where's the leadership? When your team is up 35, the point guard is the one that's supposed to corral Bama together and take over the game from a leadership standpoint, from a ball control standpoint. But he's the one out there getting 450 baked, as you would say. How you going to say something to somebody else when you the one out there getting cooked by a Bama that looked like he the assistant manager at Staples? You got to be kidding me. Pull up the dude who was giving him the buckets. Go pull up Kennard. Can we put his face on the screen?
Oh, no. 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 Here we go, dog.
You gotta be
there
kidding.
You go.
You gotta be kidding.
He went to work.
What's this season? I'm about to go pull up his season. This is ridiculous.
He don't get minutes like that. He's not. I just. Yeah, bro. Something's got to give. Something's got to give.
He's averaging 11.6 points per game.
Not this game. This Bama went fuego.
He more than doubled his output.
Yeah. I mean, Dinwiddie, unfortunately, dog, you can't play him consistently because his knee is not, I don't know what's going on. If he need the bionic Joan or something, you know, I don't know if he need the TBD oil on his kneecap. I don't know. But he can't go consistently, and he's just not been solid shooting. I know he was at one point he was a potential all-star. I know at one point he was a great three-point shooter. Was in a three-point shooting contest. All that's true. Right now, I have a better jump shot than that Bama off the street. I ain't played basketball in 2 years, but I can still shoot better than 1 for 7 or 2 for 10. That's a fact. I put everything in my account right now. We could go in the gym. Him and I shoot 25 jumpers. I will make more than he make at the percentage clip he's shooting at right now. Dog, something's got to give. Something's got to give. Wes Unseld Jr., bro, this is how you get on the fan base bad side. Stuff like this. If y'all would have won, I still would have been a little perturbed about it, but I probably wouldn't be this upset. But the fact that you lost shows me that you have no control. Dog, this is the stuff where you take a timeout and you be like, hey, dog, I'm going back to the locker room. Y'all meet me back there when this game is over and y'all won. Under no circumstances can y'all lose this game. And I don't know, like, what is Bradley Beal doing, dog? He's culpable in this too. This is the stuff, but unfortunately, unlike some of the other players, Bradley Beal don't want to come back. He don't have to.
Why would you come back?
This is not going to keep Bradley Beal on the team. When Bama's can't finish a game, all the criticism that's about to come because of this loss that you didn't have to lose, you let backups beat you. That's disrespectful. Like, and Bradley Beal, unfortunately, he's not a number one. He's a secondary guy because when the game's on the line, even in these clutch moments, he has a turnover here, or he takes an ill-advised shot, or it's just little mental mistakes, and they're small, but they're impactful because he's the best player on the team. So if he make a mental mistake, it hurts worse than if Joe Schmo over here, Caldwell Pope or somebody make the jump because you like, oh, they a bum, they supposed to. But when he make it, it's just more critical. Because it just not only impacts him, but it impacts the team too. Because you're like, oh, that's the star, and if the star make a mistake, it just so. I mean, honestly, if I'm Bradley Beal, I don't want to come back to this, dog. I don't want to come back to this. If I'm trying to win, if winning, I care about winning, I'm about to pull a KG and drop the lead this jump behind, dog, and go somewhere else where I have a real opportunity at winning. Yeah, dog, this was a bad loss. That's why we had to come on here and talk about it, because it was that bad. This is the most egregious loss I've seen from the Wizards in a long time. Maybe my lifetime.
This is the second time in NBA history. Second time in NBA history that a team blew a 30-point lead in the second half. That's impossible. They were up 20 at the start of the fourth quarter. Dog. It's no excuse. It's no excuse.
No excuse. And then you see them making a run like back. You just that was bad. That was bad. That was bad. You done with him?
I'm done, dog. I'm not buying no tickets for this. It's unwatchable, dog. Y'all wanted Wall out of town. He's gone. He's gone.
Yeah, this is a bad.
Whose fault is it now?
This is a bad loss.
Scott Brooks gone. Ernie Grunfeld gone. Everybody that everybody wanted gone is gone.
Yeah, this is bad, dog. This is bad. Follow us at OSS 980. Already?
I want to San Cassell from the get-go.
I did. No, it's definitely tampering with the roster. It's definitely tampering with the roster, though. It's tampering going on. They trying to sell. They trying to put their pieces on the front of the store.
But make the damn trade already. Make the trade.
They probably can't
make the trade.
They probably can't, though. That's the thing. They trying to shop these pieces so that they can make a trade, because clearly they're shopping pieces. It's evident. That's the only way you can lose this game, dog. Is if you have another agenda other than winning. That's it. You go into the game, it's not about winning. It's about we trying to shop these pieces. I thought they started the game on a mission.
7th place finish. They not shopping pieces for a championship. Like, what are we talking about here? Trade the Bama's you want to trade, get what you can get, and keep it moving. Then what he signed was a bust. Fired it. Whoever's idea that was, they should be fired.
It's not working, though. It's not working. Follow us at OSS 980, Other Side of Sports. It's your boy signing off, dog. My goodness, that was a bad loss.